Buckle down, this is playoff action. Mill River trying to find a holy grail of high school soccer. That's a state title. They're trying to get past the first round. They've had problems over the first and second rounds the last 3 years, but they're looking to get beyond that. They got a formidable opponent on the other side in the maroon uniforms, the Mount Abe Eagles. Mount Abe coming in with a 3-10-1 record. That's very deceptive, though, of their talent level and their athletic ability up there. Mill River, of course, number 2 seeded with a 14-0 record. And Courtney Chadburn with their 83 goals all set to go here as Mill River, a team with a lot more balance this year, scoring, a lot more grit and toughness defensively. And the only question I had at the start of the season, and I think it was a fair question to ask, was 2 young, inexperienced goaltenders, what would their season be like? Well, I'll tell you what, they've passed it with flying colors. Now comes a big test under pressure here in the playoffs. Mill River, a difference this year in that undefeated team, and the teams in the past with the 1 and 2 losses that were very good, very highly seeded. As that was Fishwick throwing it into Plouffe, and they'll go out of bounds, and we'll have a Mount Abe throw. The Eagles will put it into play here in round 1 of the playoffs. I started to say Mill River defeating Hartford on the road, a D1 school, 1-0, so that was a nail-biter of a game. They had to play tough, and they wasn't blowing out their opponents. And that's going to go to the far side. Then they played an overtime win against Stratton Mountain School, so that obviously was a game again under duress. And then they held off a Division I Mount Anthony team 4-3. So they've been in tight competition, tough games, games that got them playoff ready this year compared to breezing along like they had in years past. That's going to be just past the goalie, just wide of Cousineau as she came to the near post. And I'll find my focus here in just a second. I'm searching for it right now as Sabatsky stepped up, and now it's going to be Ketchum getting in position from behind. Mill River with a lot of interchangeable parts as far as bringing people up on the offense to put more pressure on the goalie if they're triple teaming Chadburn, like Fishwick right there. And they also have a much better, and I don't think better, just a more experienced, confident defense. And we'll have a throw coming up now on this side as that'll be taken by Phoebe Lowe. Lowe, number 7, will take the throw for Mount Abe. Just underway, 40-minute halves, overtime if necessary, and we played till we have a winner now. This is tournament and playoff action. This is different from where we just played 2 10-minute overtime periods. Golden goal. And we should have a kick coming up as they took down Chadburn, and that's what we're going to have. Campbell will set it up. Bryn Campbell had a fantastic year. And remember last year she had she was ill at the end of the season, unable to make the playoffs, and how much they missed her in the playoffs. She'll get set, number 18. She'll get the foot into it, and it's a raw, cold day, and we've got a whistle, and I can't tell you for what, but it's going to be a Mill River kick, and this is at a sweet spot on the field. They're going to bring it all the way into the football 20, and Campbell and Chadburn will get together. Again, super important for the lower seeded team, the team on the road, to try to get the game's first goal. And that's going to be in the net, and there's the goal. Forget about being the lowest seed getting the game's first goal. Bryn Campbell and Mill River doing what the number 2 seed undefeated should do. Took it right into the net, and beautiful shot by Campbell. And after that indirect kick was issued, and there's hugs all around. Mill River will take the 1-0 lead over Mount Abe on Bryn Campbell's goal, and you couldn't have walked up and put that any better under the crossbar and in. Well, the assist should go to, in my opinion, should be the first touch. The only touch was to Chadburn. So 2 minutes and 52 seconds into the game, we have a 1-0 score, Mill River. I've always believed if you're the top seed and you want to not take an easy ride, there's no such thing. If you want to kind of take the pressure off yourself, playing with a big 0 in the loss column, you're undefeated. Get out there and play like the undefeated team, the number 2 seed. Establish a lead, establish the fact you're on the home turf. And boy, they did that right there, and that's going to be out of play. And Ketchum will circle around and give way to Fishwick, and Emily can't cross that yellow line. It's VPA now, and there is a good breeze blowing. Like I said, it's a cold day, it's sprinkling, it's raw. We've had tremendous downpours. The field's got some pretty loose spots in it out there, and we'll have Phoebe Lowe now take the throw. Again, Mill River has been close the last couple of years to making all the way to the title game, but they've always seemed to find a way to stumble. They've had some help from good teams, but this year they're the number 2 seed, 14-0. Virgins came in at 14-0 also. They're the number 1 seed. And we'll get into the brackets a little bit later on, but right now we've got soccer, and it's 1-0 Mill River off Bryn Campbell's goal. That's a nice block right there on the initial pass by Chadburn, and they'll bring the ball back around. Again, we'll go through. If it looks like it's going to become necessary, we'll discuss the overtime. It's played till we have a winner. I think it's the, don't quote me on this, I think it's just the 2 overtime periods and then the shootout, but it could be the 3 overtime periods and then the shootout. I'm just so excited to be here, I can't think straight. What a day it has been. I did a show with Rusty DeWeese, the logger, down at the Paramount Theater to promote his show, upcoming show, his holiday variety show, November 24th and 25th at 8 o'clock at the Paramount Theater, and that's going to come in, and there's Fernal with the save. So the young goalie gets her first playoff shot on net, and she's right there to make the grab. Mill River finishing with a tough game, a playoff-style game, actually, for the MVL regular season title against Woodstock on the road in Woodstock. And Fernal started the game, and Mackenzie Mooney, who's been a goalie on the roster also, plus a field player, she finished up the game and made the save of her life late in the contest to preserve that victory for Mill River. But that's a good tune-up game for a playoff game, to go to Woodstock and play your arch rival with the MVL crown on the line. Ketchum and Mill River with that 1-0 lead, and they look like they're all business right now, and that's going to be Campbell. Again, she missed the playoffs last year. She had mononucleosis, and boy, did they miss her tremendously out there. Gifted offensively, but she has a very intelligent overview of the game. She sees the field and knows the strategies so well, and she also possesses quite a... when they double and triple team Chadburn, Campbell, one of the people that they go to along with Fishwick to help relieve some of that scoring pressure, and that's going to skip into the box, go wide, be chased down, kicked wide, and that's what you want to do when you get scrambling around deep in the box, is get it outside the box and get it out of bounds and let your teammates find their mark defensively. As Rebecca Day will come in for Mill River, number 5, and she has played extremely well for a freshman. She's had a very good year, and she also has helped chip in on that offensive end. As that's going to come all the way back to Fishwick, and she'll settle it down in front of Lawrenson, and she'll kick to the far side, and it'll skip out of play, and we'll have a throw by Mount Abe, and they'll take it on that far side, and that looks like Liz Allen. That's quite a distance for an old guy like me to see, but Coach Chadburn, speaking of old guys, in his 6th year at Mill River, has built himself quite a consistent, solid program. They're always thought highly of around the state of Vermont. They have good records, good seedings. This year undefeated. I mean, and I do believe, seriously, barring a key injury, that they'd have to be, obviously along with Virginia's undefeated, one of the 2 favorites to go all the way to the title game. I'm saying that because, yes, I am a hometown fan. But also, I've just seen a lot of their soccer. They have played very well. Let's catch him with the throws. He threw it to a vacant spot on the field. Nobody was there. Lawrenson will try to pin him in, brings it down to Day, to Campbell, and that will skip out to Plouffe, and Plouffe herself, first year varsity. And see, that's the time about the traction on the field. It's been nasty this last couple days here in Vermont. On Friday, which is, well, Sunday, that shot never got in. 72 hours ago, we had warm weather, torrential downpours and rain and wind. And then after all that settled down, it's got a handball coming up. Kick coming up for Mill River. Molly Eaton with the handball. No, to finish my thought, though, not that I'm a meteorologist and I can't even spell the word, is after all that thunder and lightning, we had a blizzard. Temperature dropped about 15 degrees, and it snowed like the dickens. Now, I'm not sure how the dickens snows, but it snowed hard. So much to the point that I went and got my snow tires put on so I could go to all the playoff games. Don't want to get stranded. And Chadburn went up and tried to save it. Makes the steal, steps to the inside, and oh, she had that one move. She was trying to drag the ball back in front, and well played that time by Mount Abe. They're down 1-0 to Mill River. Score by Bryn Campbell. And that was Fishwick getting up a little slow. She got ran through, and they're going to call the foul on Mount Abe. And Fishwick's going to have to... Now, these refs are very finicky, picky-uni on the spot. They're going to mark it back about a yard. And Fishwick, who's just played at a whole nother level this year, will get set. I mean, you start going through that lineup, and those freshmen starters from 3 years ago are juniors now, just incredible. And you could see that happening all those years ago. Katie Sabaski probably having her finest season, and she's had some fine ones, but she's probably playing at the top of her game right now. That will be out of play, and we will, no, that stayed in bounds, man, I tell you. That had to be close. Campbell kicked it right off the butt of the player from Mount Abe, kept it in bounds, got it to Day. She was cut off, ball will lay there. Going to be Ketchum trying to send it through. They stay on side, and Cousineau got cut off by her own sweeper. It stays in the box. She bobbles it twice, and you can see the turf kick up under her feet as it's very loose turf out there right now. That was a very chaotic scramble created by two players on the same team out there. Fenton! Hey, forgot about Fenton. What a season Fenton's had. She's added that tough grittiness on the back line. She's got the ball now, and Fenton. Actually, I can't go through the roster and not say a great thing about any of the players. They've all had phenomenal seasons. You don't get to be 14-0 and have a mediocre lineup. This is a very talented squad, and Lawrenson will tumble down and pop right back up, and she'll get in there, get a toe on it, drive the ball back to the circle at center of the field, and they'll go up and over the top and settle down. We're in the first half of play. Mill River with a 1-0 lead. You're watching Munger Vision on PEGTV, Channel 15, Public Access Sports. You can't beat the coverage. Been all kinds of soccer this year. And Lowe with the throw, and then Ketchum, oh, looking like a equestrian horse here, leaping over the gates so gracefully and athletically, and that's going to be in the box, and Furno will come out and pick it up. She had some company coming in, and she's able to make the grab. So, however, looks like she's going to punt with 29 minutes, 31 seconds to go in the first half of play, and that will be trapped down with the foot trap, sent to the far side. And now Abe trying to get some more offensive pressure here on Isabel Furno. Izzy, they call her. Her older sister, Ploof, miskicked it, and Ketchum got in there to clean it up, and she'll slide it to that far side to Chadburn. Chadburn with some turf to work with. Oh, look at that. The galloping Chadburn twice. Stayed on, and she's going to get a kick out of it. Oh, she's just, like I said, it's like she's got the ball duct taped to her foot or a piece of Velcro on it. And like I asked her before, and when you're a child, did you get into your crib and sleep? I can't see it with a teddy bear. I think she got in the crib and slept with a soccer ball. And Bryn Campbell will get set, number 18 on the far side. Junior, but she's graduating this year. That's a bright, ambitious young lady right there. And that's going to come in and be settled and kicked up over the top. It's going to drop out about, just outside the 18, and they'll start scrambling around. And, oh, my goodness, what did they call? Campbell can't believe it either. Oh, come on, guys. Let's play soccer here. And that's going to be a kick coming up for Mount Abe, and we're going to have our substitution. I'm looking for who came in. And I don't believe it was a Mill River. No, it was not a Mill River player that came in. So no subs yet into the game for Coach Chadburn, a 78 graduate of Rutland High School. Done a tremendous job building a program here. Like I said, every year it's a consistent quality program now, and they talk very highly of it all around the state of Vermont. Of course, those 78 graduates of Rutland, I mean, quite a group. I'm the only exception, so. They all made something of themselves. Now we got a sub coming in for Mill River, and it's going to be Jessica Bullock coming in. I mean, here you are, you start going to the bench, you start picking off quality players like Jessica Bullock. I haven't seen Audrey Furno out there yet, number 15. I haven't seen Mackenzie Mooney out there. And I mean, you just start looking at the depth of the positions. Jen Brown. And that's Carrie Brown, 13, who does check in also. He's speaking of some talented people. Very deep program, very good JV squad. And there's the throw on the lob or the top, and it's going to be settled down by Carrie Brown, and she'll just take her out of midair, not even let it come to a settle, and she's going to put pressure. Again, that's going to be stepped up to Bullock this time, and it'll go out of play. And Randy Dewey with some different gyrations there, says Mill River ball. It is raining, it is cool, but the action's pretty hot on the field. Again, PEGTV, all the schedule information for channels 15, 20, and 21 can be found in Sam's Good News. Sammy Grusso going to MC the really big show that you can watch on channel 15, because I think it's too late. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's November 4th at the Paramount Theater, and hope it's not too late to tell you to go get a ticket. But if it is, and they've already had the really big show, well then heck with it. Put it on channel 15 and watch it. You can turn it right on to the website to find out some other schedule information. That's www.pegtv.com. Like I said, it's in Sam's Good News. And that is going to be out of play. You can see everybody kind of huddled in with their blankets and coats and under the tarp, and it's playoff weather, that's for sure. And boy, I tell you, going to have a throw. Okay, so a throw. Talk about the soccer action in the local area. Kirk Abrahamson's Rutland boys finishing the number 4 seed in Division 1. The Glory McClellan's Raider girls finishing number 2. Mill River here finishing number 2. The boys squad having a phenomenal year here under Kevin Ratty at Mill River. The West Rutland squad boys over there having another good season under Scott Maxim, and we're going to see Coach Maxim, of course, in just about 3 weeks with high school hockey for Rutland High School. He's the head coach there. Mill River, that 1-0 lead. They've come close to getting goal number 2, but Mount Abe doing a much better job now as we're at 25 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in the first half. They've kind of not really settled down, but they're leveling off a little bit. Fernald's had a couple saves, and Lawrenson will come to the side to Desiree Gray into the game, number 7, and she'll watch it. Roll off her foot to low, number 7, who'll take the throw for Mount Abe. That'll be settled down by Lawrenson. Ball brought to the inside, and they're trying to cross. Top of the box, comes outside the arc. Chadburn just wants to clear. We'll go to Campbell on the far side. She'll use that good speed, get to it. She glides when she runs. Look at that great move. What a great move. That was smooth stuff. Getting a goal coming less than 3 minutes into the contest by Bryn Campbell. Yeah, here comes Katie Ketchum over in Mill River. Like I said, everything's built right up to the playoffs now. Finished the season off with the win over Woodstock. Defeated Division 1 Hartford on the road. Defeated Division 1 Mount Anthony here. Won in overtime against Burton. Won in overtime against Great Cross. Ball in the box. Nobody there for the support as they've all came in on the weak side and left it all open. And that's going to be a throw taken by Carrie Brown. Overtime win against Stratton Mountain. I mean, I don't put pressure on it, but it's got the making of something real special here. Fishwick came way up the field to get the kick, drives it in, and getting to see the players slipping and sliding out there as it's been nasty over the weekend. Brown able to fall, get up, and get going again. That's going to be a nice step up in the pressure, and Mount Abe trying to link together some passes. That'll be off from Lawrence, and she had good support from Fenton, and they'll bring it back to Campbell's. The rain's starting to come down a little harder now. They'll lay it out for Chadburn. Oh, look at that stride, the run, the bump. Oh, she's strong. Took the defender out, and oh, nice clear off. Nice clear out. Good defensive play. We're going to have subs coming in. Sabaski, I can tell by the ponytails. And I just need to catch. Looks like Audrey Furno, but I just need to see her number to be sure. Yeah, she's sporting a headband. Yeah, it is Audrey. She's got a headband on today. That's a little different look. And that goes into the box. It's still into the box. And Bullock racing to the corner. Nice job. She forced the defense to make the play on the ball, and that made it become a throw by Mill River. And looks like Carrie Brown over there. That's Katie Ketchum, I'm sorry. Don't call her Caitlin. She likes Katie. That's going to skip to Bullock. She'll turn the corner, bring it back wide. Ketchum. Not really sure what to call that, but a misfire. Mount Abe again with a very susceptible 3-10-1 record. They play rugged competition up there, and Chadburn went up, binded it down, and see her split the double team. Keep her balance. Looks to send the ball high. Just missed it. Looking to loft into that far post, and nice dribbling right there as they're able to dodge around Desiree Gray. Lawrenson up, goes to the left foot, sent it in, shot high, deflected, headed up by Ketchum. It's going to come down to Sabaski. She got taken off the ball, and a nice play. Good physical play in the box. Nice to see him let him play through that, and I'm not sure now what the whistle was. Oh, we got a player down. That's not a good sign. That looks like Desiree Gray. And they are going to have her sit there, and I don't even want to speculate. Hopefully it won't be very serious, and we'll have good news when we come back. 1-0 Mill River in the first half. I don't know the nature of the injury, but you can see the good sign is that Desiree Gray walking off Coach Chadburn under her own power. Mackenzie Mooney, number 16, into the game for the first time today for Mill River. We're in the first half of play with 22 minutes, 8 seconds to go. 1-0 Mill River. They come in with that 14-0 record, number 2 seed, and Bryn Campbell had the goal. Came within the first 3 minutes of the contest, and Mill River by far has been the more strong team. They've had more time of possession inside the 18. They've had more shots, but Mount Abe has shown signs of kind of calming down and leveling off, and that'll be picked up by Chadburn. She got 83 goals in her Mill River career. She's over the 100-point mark, counting her assist. And she certainly draws a crowd on the field, and that opens up spots for other players who've really stepped up nicely this year to help with the goals. I said Rebecca Day, Bryn Campbell, Emily Fishwick. I mean, basically this is probably the most complete team that Coach Chadburn's had in 6 years. That's going to come down on the opposite side of the box. Bullock will take a little bump from behind. Ball will stay free. Randy Dewey will allow him to play through, and that'll be cleared out to the far side, and we're going to have a throw coming up by Mill River, and Ketchum, number 12, will head over. And again, she's got the strength where at this position on the field, she can go right into the 18 if she wants, and that's what she is, into the box, well defended. Comes down Lawrence and played back. Instead of making the attack on the ball, she played it safe, and that's going to come in and be saved by Cousineau. That was Carrie Brown, I believe, 13, came up for the Minutemen and put the shot in on net. Again, the field a little loose, a little soggy out there, and the goalie's going to have to move laterally, and it's not a bad idea to put as many shots on him, make a move around, maybe get him to slip, mishandle the ball, get some wet gloves, and Ketchum will come over in front of the bleacher side here at Mill River Union High School in North Clarendon, Vermont. Too late by the time we broadcast it this year, but you really should get out and catch a game live. It's a lot different than what you watch on Channel 15. You can see other things other than what the camera's looking at, hear the atmosphere, be part of the crowd, and just a good time to be at a game live. But it's not too late to tell you about the basketball season coming up. Yeah, get your schedule early. It's nice and warm inside the gyms, and Mill River's going to have an awful solid boys and girls team this year. That's going to roll down, tickle the line, and just go out of play now. And Fishwick will get set to take the throw. You see the flag behind her. There's a breeze blowing. It kind of ebbs and flows. It's not overpowering right now. And Mill River, no flat emotional letdown after that big win over Woodstock on the road. They've come out very focused here today. That ball will roll back to the center circle, and Bryn Campbell reached around, sent it to Chadburn. There's the speed that she's starting to pull away from low number 7. She'll get to the top of the arc. She wants to give the ball on that side to Campbell. Campbell got wrestled away from the ball. It'll trickle out to Bullock. She'll turn fire. That's a hard pass, bodied down by Campbell. She wants to take the corner, and that was well defended that time. And then the step up by Bullock, and the ball will rebound out of bounds off from her, and we'll have a throw in that far corner by Mount Abe. Mount Abe with that 3-10-1 record, coming in with those maroon uniforms, they call them, maroon color. The Eagles looking to pull off, well, it would be a major upset, but they've got their hands full right now. The Minutemen kind of buzzing around out there. Chadburn spacing off a little bit right now. It's Campbell, Chadburn, and Bullock there, and that'll be lofted toward the box and ricocheting around, and whoa, some chaotic action. And Sabaski got one of the touches. Audrey Furno was also there. And we'll have a Mill River corner coming up. They did everything except put that ball in the net. Campbell will serve it up from the near side. She gets set to put the volley in play. 18:34 to go in the first half. And there's Bryn. You can see her stand by the wind will be behind her as you look at the flag. She'll have the wind to her back. And she usually does a nice job of getting this ball just about out in front, high enough and hard enough. And it's going to roll to the arc, to the box, and it will come out. And it'll be brought up to the 20, the 25 as they'll carry it up. And this is a rush down the field. And defensively, Carrie Brown stayed stride for stride and then just kicked the ball out. Mill River will reestablish their marks defensively. They've got to wait for the sub to come in right now. We'll have Mount Abe on the far side with Liza Allen, number 13, taking the throw. And that'll drop in and roll, and then the pressure on the ball. They found a little opening on the field, and they're just having trouble right now, Mount Abe, linking up that midfield area as they're not able to transition consistently or smoothly from the defensive end to the offensive end. And now you can see that was Nicole Fenton that got involved in the play. And Chadburn wide, motoring, lofting the shot, and just will be over the net. Boy, she had Campbell on the far post. And we're going to have a switch up as Bullock will come out of the game. Looks like Rebecca Day, number 5, will check back in for Mill River. And with the holidays coming up, I'd just like to remind you, Rusty Louise, the Lager, will be at the Paramount Theater on November 24th and 25th with his variety show, his holiday variety show, and it's quite a treat to go down and watch the Lager. And showtime starts at 8 o'clock both nights. Tickets are on sale now. And you can go to the Paramount Theater website, which is www.paramountlive.org, and get your tickets early. Or you can actually just stop in on Center Street, 30 Center Street to be exact, and pick your tickets up that way. But the Lager's holiday variety show will sell out quick, so get on it right now. And if you missed the really big show, a fundraiser for the United Way, a talent show full of local talent, it's always fun. If you miss it live, November 4th, it will air throughout the month of December and November on Channel 15. And again, some of the ways to get a hold of that schedule is to pick up a Sam's Good News. They'll have Channel 15, Channel 20, and 21's schedules in there, and also go to the website at PEGTV.com, and they'll have the schedule for the week posted there. So there's a lot happening in the area. If you really need to get in the holiday spirit too, on the 2nd of December, the Rec Department's Youth Theater Group will put on the best Christmas pageant ever for the 4th straight year. And that is really well done, that youth theater. Now, I got involved with that last year. First time I'd actually seen the play, and it was a blast. And that's December 2nd, a couple showings. That's at 2 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. Same website, ParamountLive.org. Campbell was looking to make that last dodge move. Well, be picked up by Audrey Furno, and she'll make the touch, reverse the ball. Rebecca Day trying to get it under control. It has it. Well, they didn't get the clear by Allen, but it did go up far enough where you'll see Carrie Brown watch it. And boy, she had an eye on that pretty close there, and she watched it roll out of bounds. And Brown will take the throw now on the far side. 15-15 to go in the first half of play, and it's been a pretty fluid first half. Not a lot of whistles. I don't believe we've had an offside yet. We've got one goal. That was Bryn Campbell of Mill River, and been a good game to watch. Number 11, Nikki Munson's checked into the game. Nicole Munson, number 11 on that far side. She snuck in there at some point, and she's a senior on this squad, and she'll set the ball down on the throw, and they'll bring Ketchum over, number 12, and she'll take the throw. And we had one more sub come in, and it looks like Nicole Weeks, number 8, has checked in for Mill River. And again, Coach Chadburn with a nice deep bench, and that was a good job of letting them play through. And that's Desiree Gray. Remember, she left a few moments ago after an injury timeout. She's back in there now, and that's a good sign. Hopefully we can just assume everything is worked out with her, and you should never assume things, but she is out there playing, and that's going to go all the way into the box and through the backside. We'll have a goal kick coming up. No, we're going to have a corner. Last touch by one of the Mount Abe Eagles, so we'll have a corner coming up, and boy, they get it going. Nice job picking the tempo up, keeping the defense on their heels. Chadburn looking to loft it out in front, steps inside and had it cleaned off her foot by the defensive player there by the Eagles, and that will roll out of bounds. And Nicole Weeks, number 8, is going to get the ball. Again, nice job here by the ball boys, ball girls. They just really important to keep the pace of the game going, and I can see 1, 2, 3 of them so far. Usually I try to catch their names and get them some credit out there, but they are a big part of keeping these soccer games moving. And that hold up and play right there is because Mount Abe bringing in a substitution on the field. If they were in the viewing area, I'd be a little more on top of their names and numbers. I'll do their roster at halftime for you, but they don't know what they're missing. They don't get to watch Channel 15. And that's going to be Desiree Gray coming all the way over, take the bump, and the ball will go out of play. She's looking to see what the call was, and I believe it's going to stay with Mill River. Yeah, that's what it looks like we're having. Yeah, they're going to bring Ketchum over, and again, she's very strong, and she's got the wind to her back, and she stopped and started and faked me out, and she went short. Everything was marked pretty long, and then going to have another, looks like they're setting up a corner for Mill River, and that's what we're going to have. And Chadburn now, we had Campbell before serve the ball up. We'll have Chadburn take the kick now on the corner, and boy, that's beautiful. Oh, they blocked it. Ketchum had settled it, brought it to the foot, and on her kick attempt, it got knocked out of her line of stroke there, and that's going to be up and handled by Cousineau, and she'll tumble around and getting the footing a little loose out there on the turf. We've had some treacherous rains over the weekend. But again, Mill River real close right there to getting goal number 2. Now, I'm sure they're thrilled to be up 1-0, but it's one of those things that they played so well in the first half. You really would like to see a 2 or 3 goal cushion up there. I mean, any time in the season, obviously, but the longer you let the lower seed stick around, that's going to be a whistle. Yep. Got a trip, inadvertent or not. It'll be a whistle, and we'll have a kick coming up for the Eagles. I've seen many, many games where a fluky goal or a bad bounce or anything like that in a 1-goal game, and all of a sudden the underdog, lower seeded teams come out with a, no, I want to say steal a win, but they come out with a crazy win, and you don't want to see that happen here. Well, I don't. I'm a hometown fan. I don't want to see that happen here to Mill River. They'll set the ball down, and we'll have Allen on the far side, and she'll take the throw, and all this happening with just 11:29 to go in the first half. Get Mill River ending the season on a high with a win over Woodstock. They got their regular season MVL crown. And Nicole Fenton taking a little bump there, no whistle. I like the fact that they're going to let them play physical. Within reason, without nobody getting hurt, but that's going to bounce around. Fishwick will work it to the outside smart. See how she kept her wits about her, didn't really panic and knew to kick the ball side out. Now give everybody a chance to mark up. As Munson will leave number 11, and they'll bring in Rebecca Day, number 5 for Mill River. Mount Abe will take the throw, and boy, not a lot of space. You can see the defense from Mill River just ball hawking right there, and it comes down to Campbell to Chadburn. She'll just tow it forward, and that's Allen that came over and made the nice steal. Good help on the ball that time with Chadburn defensively. And everything, look at Mill River's way. They got such quickness on their team, and they can transition between the middle of the field so well. Ketchum and Fishwick, and that's going to bounce into Lawrenson, and she didn't let Furno come out. Isabel Furno come out and make the play. She just kicked it side out, and we'll have 10 minutes to go when the throw takes place, and it's been a very, again, not a lot of whistles in this first half. Pretty fluid action, and 1-0. Happened early, too. Campbell getting the goal. Direct kick from just about the 25. That's Campbell with the kick there, and it's going to be settled down by Allen on the far side. That'll go out of play, and the throw will be Ketchum, and close enough to midfield. When she lets it go, she'll just be almost on the center circle. Gets a nice start and a high lob, and right now it's a 50-50 ball. Still not possessed, and just step up and a kick by Mount Abe. And they'll drive it down the far side right in front of the Mount Abe bench. Kerry Brown will turn and fire it into the sideline. Nice play over there by the head coach for Mount Abe. Actually, it's the assistant, Denny Coda. Got the moves still over there. And that's just going to be popped up, stays in play, takes a nice high bounce. Brown. It's a good match right there. You had some pretty strong players, just a standoff. The ball will be kicked out, and we'll have a throw coming up for the Eagles as they're looking to get the equalizer here. They're down that 1 goal. And again, they've weathered a couple of close calls by Mill River, but it's, to their credit, they're only down to 1 goal. Furno's made 2 saves and offside. First offside of the contest happened with 8:35 left to play in the first half. Mill River wins today. They'll be back in action on Thursday, so they'll get a day down to talk strategy and get set, and 2 days down. I'm sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Tuesday and Wednesday, then they play Thursday right back here on their home field. Again, basically being a number 2 seed, it's really not that bad a deal. You know, number 1 seed, number 2 seed get all the home playoff games on their home field through the semifinals, and the finals will be played on a neutral site. Remember last year was in Randolph, Vermont. That's Fenton staying on her feet. Fenton going back get the ball, and Fenton was fouled on the play, and we'll have Fishwick take the kick on the foul, and she'll mark the ball up just about an extra 1.5 feet. So Emily Fishwick, a junior on the roster. Seems like she's been here forever because she was such an integral part as a freshman on this varsity squad. Remember the 6 freshmen that started for Coach Chadburn? Well, 3 years ago now. Still out there, playing well. Settled down by Gray and trying to get to the inside, and this could become a corner. Have to wait for the call. It was close. Now allow Sabaski now to Katie Sabaski, number 6, to come back in for Mill River. She'll replace Weeks, number 8. And yes, Bryn Campbell will set the ball down. We've had 3 different people take the serves here for Mill River on these corners. That's still a hot potato and cleaned up. It kind of laid there for a second. Nobody could really get a solid kick on it for the Minutemen. Kerry Brown's going to circle around, get a little open field, and lose it out of play on that far side. And Mount Abe, 6:43 to go in the first half. The longer they stay down the 1 goal, the more nervous I would become as the head coach for Mill River. And Coach Chadburn's done a nice job building the program up. And it's got a solid base for next year. Yeah, they'll lose Courtney Chadburn, but again, they really have a very balanced team this year. And I never fail to mention Carissa Chadburn, former player here from Mill River, over at Castleton State College. Not a bad deal to go and watch a game at Castleton State College. Nice field, nice facility to watch a game from. And they're trying to work it up and out on that short passing game. That's just tough marking right now by Mill River. And it's tough to go over the top and switch fields with Mill River because they have such good, well, speed obviously, but just the intelligence of the players. They know the game, they know the strategies, and they just defend so well. And here comes Ketchum. That's a good throw. And a little help right there by the foot of the Mount Abe player. Then Desiree Gray called off from the ball by Bryn Campbell. And that will be rejected out of bounds by number 10, Chorney, and we'll have a throw coming up now by Mill River, and they'll bring Ketchum over to this near side. She just goes back and forth. She's basically the designated thrower. And again, everything marked pretty well long, so she came short. Gray will wrap the ball around on the inside first move, had it taken off her foot defensively on the second move. That'll go past Brown, be backed up on that side by Fenton. She'll send it through, settled down by Gray, and then it just rolled a little bit too far away from her to really get the kick. Lawrence out there, number 21, and she does a nice job in the middle of the field. She kind of doesn't get she's at a position, doesn't get a lot of glamour and credit, but she really is an integral part of that offense working so well, because again, somebody's got to tie the 2 fields together, the back and the front, and she's in a position that does that. Campbell's pass is going to be controlled by Day, and she's just going to keep going forward and outran it just a little bit. And they'll go far side. Sabaski kept her balance, and they'll go backwards to go forwards. And Allen, I'm sorry, that was low, trying to bring it up. And now Fenton on the far side, and she's looking to dump it in the corner to Chadburn. Chadburn has the option to bring it to the inside or do that right there. Beat her on the corner. She'll cross the ball to Day and just be wide in the outside post. Day had stayed on side, pulled on the inside portion of the defender. That gave her the path to the ball. And she sent it just wide. But Mill River again with 3-4 nice chances after the Campbell goal. As we'll have number 7 out there. Again, that's Phoebe Lowe. And she'll take the goal kick for Mill River. Or I'm sorry, for Mount Abe. And boy, just sliced it and it goes out of play. And 3:49 to go. A lot of time for a lot of different things to happen. Ketchum will get into position number 12. A lot of these names are familiar if you followed all the different sports. Softball, a lot of these players played softball for Mill River. The team that went all the way to the semifinals this year. They're going to be solid again this spring, as Lawrence will kick it side out, and she'll let her team get set defensively on the throw. We're also going to have a break in the action as they bring in subs for Mount Abe. And of course, with the upcoming basketball season, you'll see, of course, Chadburn and Ketchum and the whole gang out there playing basketball. And Chelsea Mazzaros for Mill River. Just, I think it was 221. It could be 222 points away from 1,000 career points. Again, that's going to be a solid basketball team this year for the girls program. And there's the throw and towed down, well marked. They'll go up over the top, and Fishwick trying to get that thing under control, and last touch by Mount Abe. What a break for Mill River. Fishwick kind of zigged and zagged, and I thought it might have gone out from her, but she's going to take the goal kick. Last touch by Mount Abe, and again, 1-0, 2:34 to go. If they would have gotten a corner out of that, Mount Abe could have had a whole new perspective on their halftime speech here. And that will be brought down by Sabaski, and that's going to stay in play on the far side. That had to be awful close to tiptoeing on that sideline, and now Campbell. See Bryn Campbell come up and put the shoulder in there, and they're going to give it a Mount Abe throw. Then after all that lobbying for the call. They went Mount Abe on the throw. Now Sabaski with the ponytails out there, the pigtails. And she started that, oh gosh, on Seniors Day maybe against Springfield, and must be superstition. I'll tell you, these players are tremendously superstitious if you talk to them. And why not? They're 14-0. They did something and it worked, so they're going to stick with it. And that's going to be Randy Dewey with the trap, and we'll have a Mill River throw. We're nearing the end of the first half of play with 1:40 to go. And Furno with that deep lob was looking for Campbell. Sabaski stepped up. Furno saved it, and she put it straight up in the air. See Ketchum trying to use her body to shield out the defender and then get a header on it, and that really didn't get any cooperation from the ball on that play, and that's going to come up, and there's Lawrenson again. To Gray over the top, looking for Chadburn. She spun it around, comes to the sideline, and last touch by Gray. Yeah, that'll be the call. And Lowe with the throw, and that's going to be knocked down by Fenton. Getting a lot of time for both teams here to make something offensively happen. Mill River clearly out cornering, out shooting Mount Abe, and great job with the no calls there. There's offside, yeah, she was. Oh, but you know what I don't see behind is Campbell, awful slow to get up. She's getting up now, and boy, I don't need to lose her. 38 seconds and counting, and there they go. They'll bring the ball on the play, and we'll have a kick coming up by. Okay, after all said and done, the foul was on Mill River, and Mount Abe will have the kick. This is playoff soccer action. If Mill River wins, they'll play again in a couple days on their home field, as we're down to 16 seconds going. And I don't know, they're switching up. Gray put the ball down. Ketchum will get it up now. Time down below 10. It's not impossible, and now that's going to be the half. They're looking for a whistle on it, and no whistle on the bump from behind, and we should have the horn sound in just 1 second. There we go, and Mill River will have a 1-0 lead. It happened early, the first 3 minutes of the game. Bryn Campbell with the goal. The assist went to Courtney Chadburn, but they're allowing 3-10-1 Mount Abe to hang around. As we get set to start the second half of play, I'll quickly read through that Mill River roster for you. Well, actually, I covered up my numbers. I'll read the roster anyways. I should know it by now. It's Jen Brown, number 10. Katie Ketchum's the captain. She's 12. Kara Simplaski would have been 23, but she was injured early in the preseason, and she's doing well. She was here for Seniors Day. It's nice to see. Nikki Munson's 11. Courtney Chadburn, of course, is 9. She's a captain. Audrey Furno is number 15. Maria Lawrence's 21. Nicole Fenton is 2. Carrie Brown's 13. Bryn Campbell's 18. Desiree Gray is 7. Jess Bullock is 20. Emily Fishwick is 4. Katie Sabaski 6. Nicole Weeks 8. Kayla Plouffe is 14, and Rebecca Day is 5. Your two goalies are Isabel Furno and Mackenzie Mooney getting the start here in the second half. And those numbers are brought to you all from memory. How's that for an old guy? There's your goal scorer, number 18, Bryn Campbell over there. And it's a cold raw day, but it really, other than a few people slipping down on the loose turf, everybody did a pretty darn good job out there. First 10 minutes so crucial for Mount Abe. If they keep it at a stalemate here, 1-0, or even tie it up, that will put a whole new sense of urgency into Mill River, the number 2 seed, undefeated, 14-0. But the longer these lower seeds hang around in any sport, in any gender, crazy things happen at the end of the game. And again, Mill River, it wasn't like they weren't trying. They had 3 or 4 super chances, and the ball just wouldn't cooperate with them. It didn't even come down to super saves by Cousineau. And that's Ketchum. She'll just kind of spin it around. Wow, what a foot trap that was. She must do yoga. Holy crap. Here comes Ketchum with some turf to work with. She's coming down, sends it through, and there's, whoops, I was looking over the top of the camera. I thought I heard a whistle. I didn't. Ball went out of play. We'll have Jen Brown, number 10, get set to take the throw. As Jen Brown will get the start here in the second half. And that will go out of play, and Jen Brown will take the throw again. No, we're going to go Mount Abe ball. Can't blame her for trying. It was a nice effort there to try to get the steal on the call, but we'll take it in, and we'll have Allen now with a good long heave. Mount Abe just hasn't, they've had a couple shots on net, but they just haven't had any consistent flow to their offense. And Campbell had to hold the line. That's why she was pulled off the ball, and that's going to be a side out. And we'll have a throw now coming up by Mill River, and Katie Ketchum will head over to that far side. And the wind cooperating with the hometown Mill River squad. That time it shifted, so it was behind them, and it had been blowing just the opposite way all through the first half. Not the quick, crisp tempo we're used to seeing by Mill River, but you got to really give Mount Abe a little credit there. And all you can see the speed factor, Sabaski, just shoulder to shoulder, trading paint, and then the step up by Fishwick. And she'll go to the left foot and just slide it down just beyond intended target Campbell, and the ball will be returned right back to Ketchum. She'll dribble once, dribble twice, go back at the ball, and she'll go backwards. Well, she'll go forward to go forward. I'm sorry, they switched ends of the field, Jer. And here comes Chadburn. Gets to the arc, to the box. Kick was blocked, followed up, and Jen Brown will get there, and really didn't get a lot of push on the ball, and the ball will go up to the far side. Mount Abe just playing well enough to be down 1 goal right now. They've got a little luck on their side with a couple of misses by Mill River. The ball got in on the goal line, on the goal mouth, and nobody could just somehow keep it from going inside the box for a goal, inside the net for a goal. And that stayed in play. Again, Campbell's goal came, and I lost track, it was 2:02 or 2:08, but let's say within 3 minutes, and after that, that was it. I thought we were going to see a high-scoring first half the way it started off. Fishwick with the step up, took the ball right out of the air and put it right to Chadburn. Chadburn, well, you let her get ahead of steam like this. This isn't good. Mount Abe letting her just get way too much dribbling. Oh, nice step up. Gets that put it into all my dilly-dallying with my conversation. And that's Ketchum going to Campbell, and Campbell trying to send it through, and Ketchum will get there, go out front. Goal! Ketchum to Chadburn. Oh my goodness, how could they lose track of Chadburn going into the net in the 18, and Ketchum with a beautiful assist, and Chadburn with the second goal of the game for Mill River. So it's Campbell and Chadburn now. Chadburn with a goal and assist in the contest. Beautiful pass from Ketchum. And that happened, it must be a 3-minute thing today. That happened with 3 minutes gone in the second half of play. And Desiree Gray coming in for Jen Brown for Mill River. So Mount Abe, we're at that cliche moment now where the next goal is going to be their goal. It's the important third goal. They don't want to go down 3-0 to the Minutemen on their home field, and you certainly, Mount Abe, get a whole new infusion. If you go 2-1 on the next goal, that gives you a chance to stay with your game plan and just wait till the final seconds, really, before you have to go to the full throttle urgency. So the next goal is the big one. It's 2-0 Mill River right now in the second half of play. Just a little bit over 4 minutes have passed. Sabaski gave the ball down, and it'll be taken by Plouffe. Kayla Plouffe, coming off a fantastic first-year varsity play. And that does go to Sabaski, and she went to turn and bring it up the field, launched it out of bounds right in front of the Mount Abe bench, and there'll be a throw by the Eagles. So they're in those maroon uniforms, down 2-0 now. A goal in each of the first 3 minutes of each half have given Mill River, the number 2 seed, the 2-0 lead. And they are undefeated and looking to get to that title game. Actually, they're looking to take the title, but they got to get to the game first. And we're going to have a corner coming up. Campbell will quickly set it down. They want to get the tempo here. They pick up the tempo, they'll pick up their sharpness. Campbell having to wait. Everybody just coming down the field now, and she'll just go short serve. Chadburn back to Campbell. She wants to run a circle around it and do that right there. Get the kick on, and it goes in off the defender, and it's going to be the third goal. Now, that was awesome. They kicked it so hard, it went right off the Eagle defender and into the net. I think it's got to go. Well, I'm unofficial, but I think it had to be Campbell's goal. She kicked it, and it went off the defender. And all of a sudden, it's 3-0 Mill River, the number 2 seed, as they come out here and get 2 quick goals. And now, Mount Abe should feel a real sense of urgency. It'll be interesting to see how Mill River matured through this season. Oh, going to be a kick coming up on the fall called on Sabaski, because they had a they had a lead over Stratton Mountain, ended up having to go to overtime to win that. They had a 3-goal lead over Mount Anthony, ended up winning that 4-3. And that's a pretty good looking kick. Nobody can catch up to it, and we'll have a goal kick coming up. And Fitchwick will get in position as Mackenzie Mooney will go retrieve the ball, and it'll be Fitchwick on the near side of the box getting set to take the kick. Now, I'm not saying they have a problem holding a lead. They just seem to have had some games this year where they've let it get away from them. That's going to be settled down by Kerry Brown. And, you know, it's different coaching, too, in the playoffs. You're up 3-0 now, and you might coach this different because if you lose this, you're done for the year. And you've taken away a chance at a state championship. So they might get a lead here and a little different circumstances, call for a different style of substitutions and coaches and stuff like coaching and things like that, and they might just put the pedal down here and keep going full throttle and bank a bigger cushion. And that's thrown right to the end line, picked up by Fitchwick, just pops straight up in the air, comes down, and the ball boy with a good attempt, but it will be out of play. Mount Abe will have the throw. Isabel Furno had the first half of play as she was the goalie in the net for Mill River, and I have her down as facing 2 shots, made both saves awfully since it was scoreless. Now Mackenzie Mooney out there, and that's going to be set up and around to Chadburn. Chadburn, again, a lot of turf. I can't believe after the tight markings they had on her in this first half of play, they've changed up their defensive assignments, and nobody can cover Chadburn one-on-one. And I'm not bragging, it's just, I've watched her for 4 years. It's impossible. And they're going to bring Plouffe over, and Plouffe will take the throw now with 33 minutes to go in the second half of play. And the Minutemen with a 3-0 lead. They're up 1-0 at the half. They've stretched it to 3, and they're pressing the issue. Oh, Lawrence with a nice wrap around. She didn't make the connection with a teammate, but that's a pretty athletic move by Lawrence. And down to Campbell, and that's tough play. Bryn will pick it up and take the throw real quick, and that's what she wants. She wants to go down, and it's going to be just a throw. It was close to becoming a corner, but it'll be just a throw for Mill River, and they're going to bring Ketchum, of course, over with 32:41 to go, and I will pick Ketchum up so she gets back in camera view. There she is. Up and in play, and Gray got a piece of it, got it to her teammate. There's a shot, and oh, nice shot by Kayla Plouffe, but it'll go right into Cousineau, and she'll make the save, and then she'll quickly get the punt up. And Lawrenson just worked herself around to the front side of the offensive player, made the steal. Fenton with a step up, sends the ball back to Plouffe. She'll get a little physical there, and yeah, they're going to call that. She kind of had a pretty good hold on right there. Even I can't argue over that. And we'll have Mount Abe take the kick. And they're going to have the ball brought back as Huizinga, number 2, will get set. And she'll take the kick from just about 5 yards shy of midfield. And she stayed low on it. And they had some spacing issues, but they got control of the ball. Mount Abe will turn, take the bump, keep going forward. And boy, Fishwick she told me her technique. She's short. You know, I don't think she is. She's my height. But she thinks she is. And she says since she's built low to the ground that she just gets underneath the taller girls and just keeps right on like a bulldog in there, pushing and grinding and bumping and growling, and she's able to win a lot of balls from bigger people. Just technique and mentality. She's a good player. Well, they split the defense, and there's Fishwick stepped up, and oh boy, she made a head motion like she got injured. Fishwick back into play. There's a header, comes back out, stays in the 18, popped up. Mill River's longest time of possession for Mount Abe in the box, and the shot will be wide, will become a corner. No, goal kick. It went off from Mount Abe unscathed, not touched by Mill River. But I'll tell you, that was the longest time that Mount Abe's had possession inside the 18. And Fishwick plants, well, about as well as she could plant her foot. It is loose turf out there. And Chadburn came back to get the ball. She'll turn and send it down the far side. It'll be settled down by Huizinga. And then Plouffe just ran through the play and broke it up nicely. Ketchum will come in just a tad late, pressure the ball. And the kick will come out, and that's going to be popped up and sent over the top. And give Mill River a tough team to go over the top on. Oh, Lawrence, and little Green Hornet jump kick there. Of course, I'm sure these No, this kid's running alive when the Green Hornet was on, Cato and all those people. Boy, am I dating myself. Low with the throw over the top, and Lawrenson gave her a little nudge, and then there's a step. See the great positioning by Fishwick? Great positioning by Fishwick. And that's good communications between Lawrenson and Fishwick also. And it should just be a goal kick for Mill River. There, I've lost Emily. There she is. Doesn't matter if I lost her, the camera found her. There she goes. She'll get set for the goal kick. And but you see how short they're playing the marks. And she's going to get a nice job on the header. Who did that? Oh, Campbell. Wow. And that will be out of play. And we'll have Mount Abe with the throw. And they're down to the point where if they got somebody can reach inside the box. And nope, that was all. Oh, what a mess that was. They didn't get it in the box. They threw it short and didn't even get possession. And here comes Chadburn. Oh, she just splits the defense and she's off. Look at the stride. Look at the nice run. Keeps going, keeps going. Lots of defender, cuts to the inside. What a rush down the field by Chadburn. And now just taking off her foot the last second. Kick side out to let everybody get back into position. And we will have Campbell take the throw for Mill River. As we are at 28:56 left to play in this playoff game, and Mill River up 3 goals. In soccer speak, it's 3-0. Mill River with the lead. Again, it was 1-0 on the Bryn Campbell goal at the end of the first half, and then Chadburn and Campbell with some scoring magic here in the second half. Ketchum getting involved in that too. That nice assist, and Andre Furno coming in, number 15 from Mill River, to replace Caleb Plouffe. And that's going to be Desiree Gray. Remember, she left a little bit. She got injured. I'm not really sure how badly, but she's back in. She's played a good game. Played a real good game. Bryn Campbell. Let's see the call here. Just a throw. Okay. No, corner. Okay, I wasn't sure at first because I lose the ball down there, as you can see. Campbell in the corner. Mill River with a chance to just about. They score here. Mount Abe can start the bus. All that was in the box, headed around, settled down, hits the ground. Furno can't get enough foot on it, and then stepped up by Bullock, number 20. And nobody, that was really well served. Nobody could just really make a play on it for Mill River to get a foot on it or whatever you want to put on it to get it inside the goal area. And the throw will stay in play, be chased down by Ketchum. Nope, she's fast, but not that fast. And she ends up over by Mill River Lumber, and now we'll have a throw by. Well, actually, we're going to have a goal kick here by Huizinga, number 2. She moves it over to the near side of the box, and for the most part, Mill River's really kept this Mount Abe offense in check. There's been just splashes here and there of offense inside the 18 by Mount Abe. Other than that, Mill River's been the aggressor, played well. Let's see Chadburn, how strong she is. Now, that player, there's possession, and they're going to call a whistle as soon as they want to. They keep telling her to kick it out because they want to call timeout. But the player who was injured is now up, and see if they just let him play through it. Now she's going to stay in there, and I got to get a number, but it was very clean play. She got in there, got physical with Chadburn, and then she somehow got injured. Campbell getting up asking for a call there, and Campbell looking at the official, she got shoved to the deck, and waiting to see Ketchum's going to come over, of course. Katie Ketchum will come over and take the throw. 26 minutes from moving on into the playoffs. And that goes through Lawrenson, goes into the box, and it's no support on the ball. Will be popped up and headed forward by Mount Abe. I don't understand that. They're going backwards, and they're not coming forwards. And right now they got Mill River swarming around that ball. Now it'll be cleared up, and that's Carrie Brown with a sneaky little move there. She got up and around and almost had to steal. And Mount Abe in a lot of trouble right now, just getting it through the middle of the field. A lot of it is that Mill River defense. It's got an awful lot to do with it. Mackenzie Mooney now in net in the second half for Mill River. Hasn't seen any action at all. Remember, they did have possession. Mount Abe did down in the box, but really never got a shot in on Mooney. That's going to be a push from behind. No call on a play. Furno able to regain her balance. Mount Abe with the ball. They're on the edge of the circle, and that ball will bounce around to Gray. And it took a bounce right over Campbell's head. And Everybody just kind of kicking at it now. So we've been bogged down between the 25s for the last few minutes. Bullock will come over and put pressure on the ball, and that will skid out of play to Plouffe. And she will come in for, is it Chadburn? Chadburn and Ketchum, so I missed a sub as I only got Plouffe coming in. And we'll have a throw taken. Oh, Ketchum didn't leave, she just went and took the throw, okay. And good communications right there as Fenton called off from Bullock. Fenton will step up now, and Fenton, some nifty dribbles, trying to slide the ball through. We'll get a second opportunity, and it'll go to Furno, and she tried to go toe up on it, and it just popped back to the defender. And in the circle, that's going to be Lawrenson topping the ball out. And Mount Abe got a lot of time left, but they just got to find some type of momentum here to get a goal. It's 3-0 with 24 minutes to go. Mill River with the lead. First round of the playoffs. Mill River wins here. They'll be back in action on Thursday. They're on their home turf until the championship game. So, I said the only real difference in 1 and 2 is obviously the bracketing, who you're going to play on that side, but also the fact that you get to wear your home jersey on championship game. Other than that, you're at home for all the play. Lawrence in perfect position right there, knock down that cross, and Campbell will duck underneath it, catch him, just kind of wildly swung at it. It'll pop up and stay in bounds. Inferno got a knee on it, and it stayed in play. Went out from the face of the Mount Abe player, and Plouffe to Furno, and then Furno will go back to Plouffe. Plouffe through the circle, will get it. Well, she didn't quite get it there. She was looking for Ketchum. And right now, that fluidity kind of went away the last 3.5 minutes. But I tell you, Bullock came back, said, I had enough of this. She went and stole the ball and sent it down, and Huizinga will get there and be called off by the goalie, Cousineau, and she'll get set, take a dribble, and she'll punt the ball with 23 minutes to go. Plouffe's tough. She gives him a nice physical presence on the field, as does Fenton out there, Inferno and Ketchum, and that's a nice job of getting the ball to Furno, as Audrey Furno just couldn't bring it down one more time and get underneath it with the foot, and whoops, gotta go back and get it. There you go. And that's going to be low. Oh, that's going to be not about to say you got it. I mean, even for my taste, that's a little too physical. As Phoebe Lowe reached out and just cleared Desiree Gray with in the lacrosse, that'd be warding off. Basketball, it'd be a push-off. In soccer, it's a foul. It'll be a kick for Fishwick. And here goes Emily Fishwick. She'll step into it and get some momentum going, and the cross is midfield, and Gray will go back. Gray will have it go out of play off from Mount Abe's defender. It's Low that last touched it, and we'll have Ketchum come over, and she'll take the throw now for the Minutemen. Again, we'll be bringing you basketball action on Channel 15 Sports on Munger Vision. Mill River and the boys and girls programs down here, and of course, go backcourt, Carl Sereni's defending Division IV champion, West Rutland squad. That's up and taken. As you can see, a lot of traffic coming down in on the goalie Cousineau, and she's going to go far side. I wasn't quite sure where she's going to take the punt, but she goes to the far side, and she'll light it up now, and not a bad kick as you see Bullock come over, get into play. Bullock able to get it going forward about a yard, and then lost the ball, and it's going to be midfield. Brown, Carrie Brown just keeps it going. I think it's going to be out of play, yeah. Had a lot of juice on it. It'll go out of play, and we'll have a substitution coming over, and Bryn Campbell will look behind her and see Katie Ketchum come in, and Ketchum will take the throw. The Mill River finishing their perfect season up on the road at Woodstock, a game that they just couldn't wait to play, Woodstock, and get a little payback or revenge for last year's last second loss here that not only took away their undefeated season, but also took away the MVL regular season championship. Ketchum with a left-footed kick was looking to go into Plouffe. That's a header. That's a 50-50 ball, and that's going to be sent around by Bullock, and she'll come over in defensive position. So you take the angle, force the ball to the outside, go out of bounds, and we're going to have Ketchum. I could hear saying, got it, got it, got it, and who's really going to argue with her? She's pretty tough, and she'll take the throw. After a brief rest, Courtney Chadburn will come back at number 9 for Mill River, she'll replace Audrey Ferno, number 15, and we'll have everything get set going here in just a few seconds. Okay, all this happening with 20 minutes. We're at the midway point of the second half. 20 minutes away from moving on to round 2, the quarterfinals. And Plouffe with a tumble. Plouffe with another tumble. Oh, they're going to call her for a fall on that one. That's just, I don't want to say lack of coordination, because she has it. She just, loss of balance right there. She just kept falling down. They kept getting in her way. Huizinga, oh, that's a great kick. That's her best kick. Then the follow-up by Lowe will go over the top, and Fishwick decided to get back into position. Up on side in the box. Fenton will take it wide, and smart play by Fenton. Good play by Fenton of Mill River, and again, Mount Abe, they got plenty of time, but they're down 3. They need a goal. There's 19 minutes left to play, and you can only say they got plenty of time for so long if they can't get a score here. Chadburn. I'll tell you, she's had some turf to work with here in the second half, and I'm not sure the best strategy. I don't know if there's any strategy to really cover her. And Chadburn, oh Chadburn, look at, that's what I mean. Look, she's in the, look how deep penetration she's got. The Campbell, and beautiful. Bryn Campbell with the goal, and in my book unofficially, that's a hat trick. That's an assist to Chadburn, and boy, some high-fiving. Oh, they're going to go out. They're going to hug. And that's 4-0 now. 18:42 to go. They better start warming up the bus for Mount Abe. Make that trip back up 116. Everybody says, well, you know, this is a tough team, this 3-10-1 team, Mount Abe, and they are. But you're not from the north, and their record's deceiving, and they play a whole different style of soccer. Well, you know, that could be said too. Mount Abe hasn't seen anything like this Mill River squad. You know, that's a two-way observation. You know, it's not just, I get so sick of hearing north. Oh, coming down now. Basically, they should just pull everybody up now and put everybody but the goalie in the box. That's a cross. It's in the box. Lawrenson got a swipe on it. Ball still free. Fenton got a toe on it. Cleared it out of the box. Followed up by Campbell, and Bryn Campbell having a big day. Oh, yeah, she was big missing last year with that illness that kept her out of the playoffs. Here comes Chadburn trying to set up the move, and coming through was Plouffe. And just comes in at the last second into the goalie as Plouffe got there and held up as Cousineau came out and made the play and kept it at 4-0 with 18 minutes even to go in the soccer game. And it's looking more and more like I'll have an early supper tonight. No OT. Day comes in, number 5 for Chadburn. So Chadburn going to come on out, and that happening with 17:41 to go. And Rebecca Day, number 5, coming in. That's a hard throw-in, let me tell you. And Plouffe just did beat Mount Abe to the ball. Oh, Mount Abe must ricochet off from Plouffe out of bounds. Mount Abe with the throw. So again, you can see Day step up. That's going to go to Plouffe to the middle of the field to Campbell. She wants to just to volley it up and got into the box. That forces Huizinga to kick it side out, and everybody will remark, and Mill River will have the throw, and they'll send Miss Ketchum over to the far side as she'll get set here to put the ball into play right at the end of the Mount Abe bench. There's the throw as it'll come down, be towed, and oh, did she save it? No, it's going to be a corner for Mill River as Huizinga just misplayed the ball, and now Mill River will have a corner with 16:49 to go in the second half of play in this playoff soccer game on Munger Vision. And Fishwick came all the way down the field undetected, and oh, what a save. Wasn't the goalie who made the save. And that's going to be a foul on Lawrenson. Now Fishwick came all the way down from her sweeper position to kind of come in unmarked, undetected, and it was supposed to be timed so she can come crashing through to get the header or whatever part of her body she get on the ball. But nice job by somebody back there on the defensive line backing up the goalie, and that's going to go to the far side. And it's going to take a nice spin, stay in play. Bolek Nice steal, nice pass. Knocked down at Mount Abe, but a little first time today they've had a little time and space to kind of settle the ball and look around. There's really nothing they could do with it. And that'll come wide, and again you can see Ketchum coming up on the prowl, and yeah, she reached out and grabbed a hold of her, and yeah, she'll get a flag for holding in football. And that's going to be a kick coming up on Mount Abe as Huizinga will set it down, but I don't believe she will take the kick. In her last couple kicks, she's kicked very well. And, well, I got the job done. Takes a nice bounce. It's just mere possession, and I believe it's going to be Mount Abe with the ball, so they'll chase it down, and this will be low number 7. And she's going to get the possession up. Actually, it was never low. It was number 24, Bucks, here in Buck. And she gave the ball back to her teammate. That's Perrin. Okay, now I can look back at through the viewfinder, and that's going to be a throw by Mill River as Carrie Brown went to kick it out, and now Emily Fishwick will come up, and she'll take the throw for the Minutemen. And a couple of balls coming out there. The ball boys have done a good job today. Other than that one instance right there, but we'll let that slide. Fair enough? Fair enough. And it's going to be out of play, and it looks like Fishwick coming over, so I'd say it's Mill River possession, and that's what it is. As Emily will get set to lob it in, and that's going to be kicked right back into play, and that was Carrie Brown there defensively as they switched up positions, her and Fishwick, and it's going back to cover the throw, and I've lost everything. I see the official looking for a ball. There it is. You think you could find a ball as big as a soccer ball, but sometimes, yeah, it looks like a golf ball down there. Bryn Campbell, big day for the Minutemen. Here, I'll pick the camera up for you. Lawrenson, oh, used her butt for the block, kept it down at midfield. Now it'll spin around, and they'll go backwards to go forwards, and that's over the top. And see, they were waiting for some pressure on the ball, and the defender that time was Brown. She just kind of stayed out of the way, and that's going to come in to Fishwick. She'll reach out, foot trap it, stumble over it, comes in, and Mackenzie Mooney will finally touch the ball. She got all the way to the 13:39 mark before she actually had to make a touch on the ball on her first punt. Pretty darn good. And that's going to be played. Oh, she carried it to the right just a tad bit too far. Now Mill River will get back there. They've got a 4-goal lead right now. It was 1-0 at the half, and they opened it up here in the second half. Got 3 goals in the second half, and that's Ketchum, who's had a beautiful assist today. That will go out of play, and it should be Mill River's throw, and it should be Ketchum actually taking the throw unless they're subbing for. Is Furno coming in now, number 15, along with Jess Bullock, number 20. And it's going to all take place with just a little under 13 minutes to go in this playoff soccer game. Now an Abe season about to come to an end here, and barring a miraculous finish. Nice step up. Fenton timed it well, played through it, kept her balance. Gets the ball to Furno. She'll go to the far side. That went out from Ketchum's foot hard, and they'll kick it on that outlet pass to the far side, trying to run behind it and got momentum going forward. And again, they just had so much trouble transitioning through the middle of the field. Mount Abe has, as Fenton made sure they didn't get through that time. Goes to Day. Day played it high. I don't think it was a handball. I think it was more off her chin, but they allowed it to play through, and that's going to be brought forward. 50-50 ball, and Mount Abe will just dump it up. And you see Sabaski got it to Ketchum, who lost it through the inline, and that should just be a goal kick, I believe, coming up for Huizinga of Mount Abe. And that's where we're at with 11:52 to go, and there's Huizinga. And I tell you, Mount Abe, with that 1-0 halftime score, they were down just to 1 goal. I was worried. I said, I've seen fluky things happen with 1-goal leads or 1 basket leads or 1 touchdown leads, and Mill River kind of took care of that. Fenton will send it down. There's a settle by Fishwick back to Fenton. She'll get a little more oomph behind it this time, roll it up ahead to Ketchum. It's a matter of can she catch it and keep it in play, and she does not. And on the sub, we're going to have a change in goal for Mount Abe. They're going to bring in a new goalkeeper. That's going to be Haskins. Kayla Haskins is going to go into net now for Mount Abe as they made the hour. And, well, it takes about an hour and 15 minutes to get here from Mount Abe. She's going to see some playing time. So Haskins in net now. And all this happening with 11 minutes left in the game. Oh, Sabaski showing you that speed and got into the box and got challenged. The ball pops up, stays in bounds, and there's the send, and it's going to be the step up by Fenton. And see how she used her body right there so well to use it as a shield to keep the Mount Abe player away from being able to make the steal. We'll have a throw now, as it did roll out of play on the far side, and a quick throw back in. And they didn't find an open spot on the field, but it was open from anybody. There was no Mount Abe or Mill River player there, and it's going to come back, and Mill River just trying to keep some pressure on here. And Furno, last thing they want is an injury with a 4-0 game lead. And that's going to stay in play, and now it'll be kicked out. We'll have a throw coming up by Mill River, and they'll bring Ketchum all the way over from the far side. There's Katie. Again, she's got the strength to take it right into the box if you know, it's open, and that's where she's trying to go. And settled. Bullock can't find anywhere to get the ball through, and it's going to be picked up by, well, you don't pick it up. It's going to be kicked out by. That's got a chance, and Haskins will make the save. Nice job. I think it was Carrie Brown that got a good foot into that and sent it right in the net. And Haskins in the game now, and she's been christened there as she was able to make the save far side. Mount Abe with the settle to send it up. Little touch pass as they got the touch to settle and brought it all back out in one motion. That's going to be up from Ketchum with a nifty move. Ketchum flying through the air. And Ketchum gets it ricochets, and Mount Abe again trying to use that same, just go to the outside, and that's knocked down by Plouffe. And then Sabaski, number 6, involved in the play, and that's going to go down to Lawrenson, and she'll lose it off her foot out of bounds. We'll have a throw by Mount Abe with 8:55 to go in the second half. Mackenzie Mooney getting the start in the second half has made one save. I have it unofficially between Isabel Furno and Mackenzie Mooney as just 3 shots on net. But that's going to come into the box, and now she's got 2 touches. I was just looking, there's a jersey number I do not have on Mill River. It's got to be a JV player because it's number 3. I'll have to do some searching. And we'll have a throw by Fishwick. Fishwick on his bleacher side of the field. As time winding down, and Mill River will have to regather, have a short celebration of the win, and refocus on the task at hand. Like I said, they'll be playing either Montpelier or Green Mountain Valley School in the next round. And that's going to become a throw as Ketchum pressured the balls. They got deep inside the Mount Abe defensive end, and with 7:42 to go, Katie Ketchum will take the throw. And she'll hold the ball high and get the running start, and one of the captains for Mill River shot wide. They got the shot in, got it wide, and we'll have Haskins recover the ball and get set now. And no, I do not have that jersey number. That bugs me. Okay, now come back down now as that'll go off from Mount Abe out of play. We'll have a throw coming up by Ketchum and Mill River with 7 minutes even to go in the second half. Again, it was Bryn Campbell getting things started off here for Mill River, getting the first of 3 goals for her today. That happened within the first 3 minutes of the first half, made it 1-0 Mill River. Oh, beautiful setup and goal! Boy, Sabaski got the goal that time. She's been snake bit in the last couple of games with some shots that nobody could figure out how they didn't go in the net, but she came in a beautiful feed, and she'll bury it, making it 5-0. Mill River well on their way to the next round, the quarterfinals, looking like a number 2 seed, and Katie Sabaski with the goal. 5-0 Mill River, 6:47 to go on the game. Again, you just start looking, there's just so much talent on that team for Mill River. And I know it's just the first round, I understand that, and technically, supposed to get stiffer competition the deeper you go into the playoffs. But sometimes that first game, being a higher seed is the toughest one to get. And that's Sabaski, and she looks a little energized after scoring that goal. That'll go back, and into the box, and Huizinga will be called off by the goalie Haskins. She'll pick it up, and she's going to punt the ball with 6:24 to go. That was a heck of a foot trap. And Bullock lost her balance, went down, and ball will trickle. Oh, you can just see how much space there was before Carrie Brown got there and sent it over the top looking for Furno, and it's going to stay in play. Still stays in play. Audrey Furno with the ball. Uses the leg of the defender to bring it right through. There's a cross into the side of the net. And then a little bit of a collision afterwards, but we're going to have Huizinga get the ball, and she'll bring it up for the goal kick. And she should take the kick herself, and that's what she'll do on the far side. So Huizinga and her teammates here on this Mount Abe team had to feel pretty good at halftime, being down just the one goal, but 4 second half goals by the Minutemen have pretty much iced this thing. It's Ketchum been busy going back and forth, taking all these throws, and she's in the game with 5:21 to go, and there's the throw, and went out from a Mill River Minuteman, and we'll have a break in the action as they'll bring in the subs. As Nicole Weeks coming in, number 8 for Mill River. We'll see some more playing time. She did get some time in the first half. Sabaski flying through the air, and right now Mount Abe just wants to get a goal to feel good about going home with something, and Mill River wants to preserve that shutout. It'll be a shutout between the starter, Isabel Furno, and Mackenzie Mooney, the second half goalie, and that'll go out of play. And we'll have a throw by Fishwick as she gets set for the Minutemen to get the ball into play. And on a good deep throw, the last header, I believe it's going to be a white throw, and that's what we'll have, and we'll just work it up forward, and Sabaski will take the no, she faked me out. She'll take and drop the ball off. Oh, you know what I'm wondering? Is that Isabel, number 3? Doesn't look tall enough. The first half goalie, she has to have a jersey number. And I didn't know if maybe that was Isabel. I bet you that's who it is. So that's going to be Audrey Furno, and I don't know. Hard to tell from this far away. She looks taller when I'm standing closer. Ooh, that had to hurt. And again, you can get the schedule for when these games will be televised by going and getting a Sam's Good News. And it's not only for Channel 15 Sam's, but he's got Channel 20 and 21 also, and they're all PEGTV channels. Then you go to the website at PEGTV.com, or you can call them at 747-0151. But a lot of different ways to get in contact with Channel 15 and find out when they're going to air, at what time, all these playoff games, or if you need to purchase a duplication from them, a copy of a game. And they can do both a tape and a DVD now as we moved into the 21st century with technology. Again, right now, Mount Abe just trying to survive here, and they'd love a goal, but they know it really is not going to make a difference as far as winning or losing. And Mill River, you got to believe they want to preserve the shutout with 3 minutes to go. And that'll be settled down by Lawrenson, and she'll take a bump from behind and lost the ball. And you can see Fenton, how tight she's marking out there, and then that slip on the play, but the ball will stay in bounds and come back to Fishwick. She'll send it forward, and that will be out of play. And we'll have a throw now by Mount Abe, and they're going to bring it back to the 20-yard line on the throw. Well, Fenton just stepped up. Nice job right there. And you can see the pass out to Audrey Furno, and she'll make the dodge move, and she's got a lot of turf right now, and she's getting set to bring the ball back to the inside. She might have slowed down a little bit too much. And she was looking for Nicole Weeks over here. Now Weeks, number 8, right at the bottom of your picture. Sabaski came up, overran the play, and I think went out of bounds. And that's what we're going to have. As they will bring in some new bodies with 2:11 to go for Mill River, and that looks like Nicole Munson, number 11 in there. She's got some first half action out there for Coach Chadburn, and she'll get the throw in here to Furno, and then Furno being blocked away from the ball, and it's going to be an interesting call. Goal kick. It was so close, I couldn't tell who had touched it last. We'll have a goal kick coming up for Mount Abe. 5-0 Mill River, or 5-0, I guess is the proper lingo. And a step in by Zinga, and she'll have her outlet pass picked off momentarily by Bullock, and then Bullock had it come hard off her foot, and it'll become to Mount Abe. Mount Abe, again, nice mark right there. That's Weeks playing a good defense, number 8 for Mill River. Now she'll go back and pressure the ball on the second layer. As low, up and out of play, and we'll have a throw coming up by Carrie Brown. She'll give the ball off to Emily Fishwick, and Mill River, again, 14-0, will be 15-0 in just about a minute and a half. Again, they played well in the first half. The ball didn't cooperate as far as going in the net. They had more corners, more shots, more possession time, the Minutemen did, but they only had the 1-0 lead, and they took care of that pretty quick in the second half. 2 quick goals, all within 5 minutes, made it 3-0, and we're at 5-0 now, and good tune-up for the next round. And again, all the soccer action brought to you by PEGTV, Munger Vision, and that's going to be 40 seconds away from, again, I'm sure they'll celebrate, but it's been a very focused group today for the Minutemen. Because, you know, they did what they were supposed to do with the number 2 seed, coming in against the 3-10-1 team. Took care of things in the second half, played very solid defense. When they needed saves, their goalies gave it to them. Other than that, they just really moved it up and down the field nicely today. And 15 seconds, and they'll go out of bounds off from Furno, and we'll have a throw coming in by Mount Abe as they're starting to whoop it up now in the Mill River stands. 6 seconds, 5, 4. Bryn Campbell with another huge day for Mill River. And the Minutemen will move on 1 game closer to that title game. And the coach would hate that, to hear that. It's 1 game down, 3 to go. That's what he'd rather hear. So Mill River will get this win over Mount Abe. They'll have it 5-0, a lot of different scores. A lot of different assists, and again, solid team effort. So Coach Chadburn and his Minutemen will go to 15-0, and they'll get set for the next round. Get out there, support your student athletes, support public access television, always support Munger Vision. God bless America.